Made it to SeaTac Airport, heading to Detroit. Going for AC/DC, going to see family and friends. And while we're here, we stop off at Sub Pop. Gotta love having a record store in the airport. Of course, I didn't buy anything because, well, kind of stupid to buy them now and come back with it. So I don't even know if I'm gonna buy any records there. There are some other things I want to get there. So when my wife picks me up Saturday, I think I might want to pick up a pint glass or two. So off to my gate. Made it into Detroit. Technically Romulus is where the airport's at, but off to baggage claim. Flight was all right, not too bad. Middle seat, but if Grace was with me, I'd be in the middle seat anyway. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, heading to baggage claim. My dad's coming to pick me up, and then we're off to Dearborn and get some authentic Middle Eastern food. I am looking forward to it. All right, got off the plane. This is my father, Bill. He picked me up at the airport, and then we went to Dearborn, Michigan, and got some extremely authentic Middle Eastern food. Thankfully, we ordered one plate of this, what is a combination dish of different meats, kebabs. I don't think we could have each had a plate. It was it was absolutely delicious. But right now, he's kind enough to drop me off at the AC/DC pop-up store. I want to get my merch early because I don't want to be standing in line in the stadium for an hour or two when I could be hanging out with everyone. So we'll be there in just a minute.
And don't call me James, because I'm driving you.
No, my chauffeur.
AC/DC's here year round.
Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? Nice, I'm from New York. Where do you live? Nice. I lived in Yonkers and Brooklyn.
I definitely get that. You want to just I have some other things over there. Just leave it here, Mark. They just
Nope, that's it.
All right, it's the next day. Getting ready for the show. I usually don't dress up like this every day, but from the pop-up store, I did get. I was really surprised that they had these here. I heard they were coming out, but it was cool to get them. But the Australian versions of High Voltage, cool stuff. And TNT, which I noticed that this is a sticker over the jacket. You could, if you look real hard, you can see the track listing underneath it. Gatefold. I'm not opening this till I get home. Came in the bag like that, and I did get the poster, which I'm not unwrapping. I will put a photo right here. As you can see, it's Angus behind the wheel, and he looks much taller in that picture than in real life, heading towards the city with the date there. So looking forward to it. My ride should be here soon, and we're heading down to Detroit to see the mighty AC/DC.
He keeps bugging me to go over there, and I keep forgetting. Like, I'm supposed to let him know.
Going through security. I have to go through the metal detector to see if I'm metal enough. All right, got through metal detector. We're at Ford Field. I'm here with my buddy Mike.
Hi.
Yeah, we're about ready to go in and get our seats and grab a beer. Yeah. And this is why we do the pop-up store ahead of time, so we avoid all this shit. All right, we just got out of AC/DC, and it was awesome.
Great show, great show.
Awesome. It was killer. I'm guessing this is probably, yeah, it's definitely going to be my last time seeing them. But it was, if that's it, it's a great send-off. Amazing show, great set list. Played awesome. And it was a good time. So glad to be back in Detroit for a show. And I guess we'll show up tomorrow and see what's going on tomorrow. All right. Good night, guys. See ya. Good morning. Yeah, last night, AC/DC. It was a great time. It was great to meet up with my friend Mike, who we actually just physically met for the first time yesterday. We met each other through the Facebook group, the Vinyl Den, and also through YouTube. And yeah, he lives nearby my in-laws, so it was easy way to meet up. We went to the show and had a fantastic time. Right now I'm heading up north to meet up with my dad, and then we're going to my aunt and uncle's house, who I have not seen since pre-COVID, so I'm looking forward to this a whole lot. And if I can convince my uncle, we're gonna check out his stereo system and his vinyl collection if he still has it. There's a few pieces that I think even you guys might be interested in. I know there's certainly stuff that I am interested in, and we'll see if we can get that on camera. So otherwise, yeah, this might be a huge blank in my day, which might be relief to some of you. Like, this guy's dragging us through his entire vacation, but yeah, I think there's a little component that goes along with our interest in this. So heading up north. Good morning again. Yeah, I didn't get any footage yesterday. Just spare you guys. I was living in the moment, and it really, truthfully, would just be video for one. I got to hang out with my aunt and uncle and my dad. That was great. And then later on that day, hung out with a bunch of high school friends, and that was fantastic to see them. Some of them I have not seen in 35 years, so it was really cool. But right now I am in the parking lot going to Village Vinyl here in Sterling Heights, Michigan. My buddy John owns this place, and hoping he works. I just wanted to pop in and kind of surprise him, but let's head in. All right, guys, yesterday I didn't get any footage of, going through my uncle's record collection. We were visiting a whole lot, and then I wanted to, get some of my friends from high school on camera, but that would really be self-serving and to be only for me. So it was very much a living in the moment kind of day, hanging out with all my old friends and family. But earlier today, I did go to Village Vinyl in Sterling Heights, Michigan. My good friend John owns the place, but he wasn't there. But I will be seeing him tonight at another get-together. So I want to show off what I got there. First off, cool tote. And the guy who was working there, Adam, who I was talking to, very cool guy. So my main reason of going there in the first place, because it came out today, got Pink Floyd at Pompeii. Looking forward to listening to this. Obviously, none of these I'm opening until I get home. There's no sense in opening them now. But that's going to be awesome. I also got the Rhino Hi-Fi of Road to Ruin from the Ramones. I think I've heard some conflicting reviews on this. I don't know if that's it or not, but I saw it there, and I'm like, I don't want to order it online. It's here, so why not? So classic Ramones. Then I got a couple used records of the recently passed David Johansen from New York Dolls. I think this is probably like his second solo record. I forget, but I know I've heard some of these songs, and it's kind of cool stuff. Bit dated, but that's all right. So that is, it's In Style. There we go. And then there's from 1982, Live It Up. Looking forward to checking that out. And then finally, some guys I know from around here, so it's a local band here. It's a repress of their 2004 album, Destroy the Warming Sun by the Amino Acids. These guys, I like to describe them as, well, first off, they're instrumental. but it's like Dick Dale meets Devo meets The Residents meets Black Sabbath. So it's a weird combination, but cool nonetheless. So, oh, this looks like it's a gatefold too. Right on. But, yeah, cool, weird surf rock. Amino acids. So, that's my haul. I was thinking about doing Dearborn music tomorrow on the way to the airport, but I think I did too much damage today. So, yeah, and plus I still got to get this stuff in my carry-on. So, yeah, don't need to make it worse than what it already is. So, that's my haul from Village Vinyl, Sterling Heights, Michigan. If you're in the area, check them out. All right, guys. I know I'm wearing the same shirt as I did yesterday. I did do laundry, so it's clean. But, so I am heading back to Seattle today. It was such a killer time last night. Got to hang out with Jeff Witcher for a little while, and just a bunch of, people I kind of grew up with. We all met, a few decades ago, but, really, really special people to me. So, anyway, what the hell's wrong with this hat? I got strings on here. This was in the wash, too. Anyway, but it's been a great week being back in Michigan. Going to see AC/DC was awesome. And, just like I said, the whole week, getting to see friends and family, just incredible. So, heading to the airport in a little bit. Want to thank my in-laws for having me over this week. Thank my dad for picking me up at the airport, and all my friends and family I got to see during this week. So, anyway, Vinyl community, hope you somewhat enjoyed this blog, if you want to call it that. So, I appreciate you sticking around. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.